pleased to welcome you to this video where we are celebrating the success and the accomplishments of our students with the New Jersey Seal of Biliteracy. It gives our students who are bilingual the opportunity to be recognized in the college admissions process, in the job market, and it is noted on their transcript as well. Our district continues to support it. Our numbers have grown significantly every year that we have participated. And for our students, why not be recognized for academic accomplishments as it applies to being bilingual? And for some of our students, even being trilingual. I'd like to recognize the staff that helped make this Seal of Biliteracy come to fruition, the Board of Education, the administration, and the community for continuing to support this. And most importantly, I'd like to thank the students for their continued efforts.
It's something that I want to explore. There's other people on the other side of the world that are living completely differently from how we live here. And, trying to understand and, trying to see, where they come from, what's their history, like what are their idioms and their language. It's something that I get really excited about because I want to see if we can connect to that person from their culture and from their side of the world to better understand.
It allows you to speak to other people and kind of branch out who also have that language and don't speak English. And so you can make more friends and just kind of be more out there in the world and speak to people who also speak the language that you are bilingual in.
Knowing other languages is definitely a key essential into being able to kind of explore cultures, and I think it's necessary to know multiple languages because we live in a country in which there are hundreds of languages that people speak, and being able to understand somebody who doesn't necessarily have the resources we have to learn English or to even learn another language is definitely necessary.
I think for cultural understanding, so if you understand a language and you visit that country, it's good to speak that language. So for example, I went to France and I spoke a bit of French and I got along with the locals and stuff and be culturally aware of the things that are going on around you.
I know other languages as well. As I grew up, I learned, Hindi and Arabic. Those languages did help me understand another language. It helped me be able to connect. Some of the way we conjugate verbs in Spanish are very similar in Urdu or Hindi.
I grew up with a family that spoke Creole, and I also went to Hindi every summer for a month, and so that's how I learned it pretty much.
I'm Latina, so my parents speak Spanish. My mom only spoke Spanish when I was just born, so that was my first language. And my dad believed that I'd learn English as I got into school, and I did.
I'm a native Spanish speaker, so I've spoken Spanish since I was born, and it was my first language. And then French, I learned it my freshman year, and I've taken French until AP French my senior year.
The teachers here, Miss Santiago Peters and Mr. Chorba, they've been incredibly supportive of me. In these higher classes like Spanish 4, AP Spanish 5, there's not that many people who take Spanish that aren't native speakers, and it was definitely a challenge for me, to be with native speakers all the time and trying to have conversations with them, especially when they can become very complex very quickly. It was a challenge, but I enjoy challenges.
It's a really funny story how I decided to take French. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted to go on a trip, and the trip consisted of Italy and France, and my dad knows Italian, so I was just like, you know what, I know Spanish already, let me just take French. That way we're not over there looking lost and everything. So I decided to take our world language program for French, and I ended up learning the language and I fell in love with it.
I really loved learning French and the struggles of conjugating. I actually enjoyed the entire process, and it was a great thing to experience with my peers and my classmates. I love that I can say that and that I can confidently say, yeah, I have 2 seals of biliteracy in 2 different languages. It definitely was something that helped like in the college admissions process because it goes on your transcript, and it's just kind of like a bragging point for anyone that does receive a seal of biliteracy.
I never thought that I would be recognized by the state as being proficient in another language. I never thought that would be a reality. Maybe 2-3 years ago when I spoke Spanish, I never thought I would be able to have a conversation with somebody, that I would be able to write an essay or two all in Spanish.
Really happy and just to officially be fluent in Haitian Creole and has that as my other language is a great feeling. And I could also use this on transcripts and resumes and things like that in the future.
Being a recipient of the seal of biliteracy is definitely something exciting. I did not think in 4 years that I'd be fluent enough to speak, write, and listen in French.
It was an incredible experience, incredible journey for me, and I'm so glad that the state recognized that journey.
It's definitely something my parents are happy about. So yeah, just feeling happy. Graduation's coming up, and I know it's gonna be on my transcript. So yeah, it's good.
I feel like I could finally be to my dad, look, I wasn't lying. I actually got the seal of biliteracy in French. It definitely motivates me to learn more languages and become more proficient in them. Another language I plan on taking in the future would definitely be Mandarin. I feel like it's such a complex language, and it will definitely give me a run for my money.
I think that everybody should try and learn different languages. It's going to seem hard at first. It's going to seem challenging.
So it's just good to like understand another language and to have that in your back pocket just in case you need it.
When you have that conversation with somebody in a different language, when you're able to like really understand what they're thinking, what their thoughts are, what the culture is about, it changes you as a person. You know, you grow as a person, you develop as a person. I think everybody should try to have that experience once in their lifetime.
My name is Alejandro Valle, and I am the proud supervisor of World Languages, Health and Physical Education in the Hamilton Township School District. I would like to take this time to recognize our hardworking students in all 3 of our Hamilton high schools on their accomplishment of receiving the New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy. The New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy was established to recognize high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in speaking, reading, listening, and writing in 1 or more languages in addition to English. This year is year 5 of the district's participation in the State Seal of Biliteracy, and we are growing year by year. We started in the 2016-17 school year with 39 participants and have had as high as 278 participants. We have grown from testing in 3 languages to up to 18 different languages. And year to date, we have close to 500 students that have received the New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy. We have also had students that have earned up to 3 different seals in 3 different languages. This goes to show you the beautiful diversity we have in our district, along with the great work our staff and students have done in the World Language Program. Congratulations to all the recipients of the 2020-2021 New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy.